Hello guys, Dario here, or Ignorant Cancer as I am called on YouTube and Steam and some other places. And I just wanted to show you this custom map in a normal room in Hell. It's not a real map, it's not like a map that you can actually play. This is just a map that was created by a Russian, I believe it's Russian modder or mapper, Atheist. So really thank you very much to him that made this upon my request. And this is just a test map that shows all of the weapons and all of the items and most of the features that you can find in the game. So I will go through all of them. I requested this map because I don't know if you've seen, but here on my YouTube channel I have this series called The 8 of Us, where I play with 7 other friends, which are actually different people every time. Some of them are the same, but there's people that come and go, so it's not always the same roster. And basically what we do is we just play all 8 together with different characters and having different roles, and we try to complete the map by having everyone survive. But most of these people that I bring to the game are completely new to the game, like they never played it before, so I usually need to show them everything that the game has to offer. Of course they can learn inside the game like you are meant to, but sometimes it's just better and easier to show them some of the things before we actually have to go and play seriously. So this is why I requested this map. So I'm just gonna through all of the features of this map and show you what this map is. I'm sure you guys want to start with the weapons first, even though we are closer to some other things. So nothing, the weapons have been organized by their ammo type. Well, over here we have a bow. See, if you press this thing, ammo will come out. Nothing, the bow, it's an interesting weapon because you can collect the arrows back after you fire them. See, you can take the arrows back. And it's a good weapon. It can pierce through multiple zombie heads, but sometimes it's easy to lose the arrows, so you have to be careful with that. Next we have the shotgun sections, which uses 12 gauge ammo, which is this green box over here, green and yellow. And there's 4 different kinds of shotguns. This one is a Mossberg. Then we have a Remington, and the other 2 are a Winchester and the Beretta Perennia. The Beretta Perennia only has 2 shells, so after you fire twice, you need to reload. So I will say this is the worst shotgun. It's quite slow to use. The next best one, it will be, I would say, is the Mossberg. It holds 5, but with 1 more it will be 6 shells. Most weapons can actually hold 1 extra bullet over their maximum capacity, because you can actually load 1 more bullet in the gun chamber. So for example, if normally a fully loaded weapon would be, for example, 5 shells, like with this shotgun, you can actually put a 6th one in, you see? Says 5, but if I reload again, I can put another one in. Anyway, so the Mossberg is the next best shotgun, I would say. The Winchester would be even better because it's just the same, but it fires faster. And then my favorite one, I would say, is the Remington, because it can hold up to 9 shells. It doesn't fire as fast as the Winchester, but I think it's better to have like 3 more shells in the shotgun, so you don't have to reload as often. Also, you don't really need to shoot that super fast usually, you still have to aim carefully. So I will say definitely the best shotgun is this one, the black one, the Remington. The next one, next ammo type will be the 45 ACP. There's only 2 guns that make use of that ammo type. One is the Ingram Mac-10, which is maybe one of the worst weapon in the game, because the 45 ACP ammo is definitely one of the most useful ones, since it can kill with only one bullet, and you can use it in a handgun, this one, the Colt. But used from this Mac-10 is definitely not a good choice, because it takes more than one bullet to kill a zombie. I cannot test it on these zombies because these are just for showing the zombie types. So I'll just fire at the wall. See, I mean, many first-person shooter players will think like, how is an automatic weapon not better than just a handgun? Well, this is because in Normal Room it doesn't really work like that. You don't really want something that fires fast. You just want something that fires accurately. So you just want to, aim precisely with the Colt. I mean, if you have 45 ACP ammo, you definitely want to take them out of your Ingram, of your Mac-10, and put them in your Colt, which is much more accurate and can kill zombies with one bullet, while the Mac needs at least two, I believe, at least 2 bullets. So yeah, by the way, I forgot, probably I should explain this. You can, and you should, unload weapons in the game. For example, let's say I'm playing and I have one of these guns, which is a CZ, and I find another CZ, right? Well, I cannot take it. And even if I could, I will just have 2 different CZ in my inventory that will just clutter. There would be no point just having 2 guns anyway. So what you actually want to do when you find something like this is just to press the U key to empty your gun. See, I just took the bullets out of my gun, and now they are in my inventory. And then throw away the empty weapon and pick up the new one. And in this way, you will have the bullets from
1 mag remaining,
your old gun and the new gun. Anyway, so this section here is for 7.62 bullet type. There is 3 weapons that make use of this ammo type. Well, actually it's 2, but one of the weapons has a variation. I'll show you. It's the SKS. There's in 2 different variations. One is with a bayonet, the other is without, even the one without the bayonet still says bayonet. It's a bug, but I believe it will be fixed in the next version if it ever comes out. The interesting thing is that while you just have a normal show with the SKS, if you press the show button, with the bayonet one, if you do show, you will actually perform a stabbing attack. It's good, but you shouldn't rely on it too much because you cannot perform it as fast as you want. So it has like a small recharge time or something like that. Anyways, so yeah, these weapons are also good. Obviously the bayonet version is better than the one without bayonet, and overall the CZ, which is the weapon everybody calls an AK, it's actually better.
I'm out of mags.
I mean, it's actually, it can hold more more bullets, and it has the same weight, I believe, something like 40, I believe, but it can have 31 bullets inside the gun. So definitely go for this one if you find both, the CZ and the SKS. Next section, it's the M16s. There's 2 different types as well, again, because you have a weapon variation of scoped one or without scope. Some people don't really like this kind of scope, but I think it's still useful. I mean, I think it's better to have this scope than not. So I would recommend the scoped one. And with this weapon, you can actually change the the fire mode to single bullet, burst fire, which will fire in shots of 3. Although it's funny because it will fire in shots of 3, but if you hold down the mouse button, it will actually keep on firing, even though it pauses slightly every 3 seconds. So it's kind of like semi like automatic burst fire, I will call it. And then you have full auto. Do you have full auto? Oh, actually you don't. Or maybe that's why you have full burst fire. Anyways, I will always fire in single fire mode. I think that's the best. Yeah, so that's all for the 16. Oh, by the way, the magazine for the 16, I mean the bullet type is this one, which is you can see it's a black magazine. This is the M16 bullet type, which is called 556. Next we have the .22 LR, which is the white ammo box. This one. You have 3 weapons to make use of it. One is a handgun, which is the Ruger MKIII. It's not the best weapon, but can be useful. And the other 2 is just the same weapon with 2 different variations. It's a Ruger 1022. Sorry, I'm still coughing. With and without extended magazine. I mean, this is normal magazine. This is extended magazine. You can see here. So the one with the without extended magazine is very obsolete because it's essentially the same as the handgun, because the handgun can hold up to 11 bullets, and this rifle here also can hold up to 11 bullets. So there is no reason you should use this rifle over this handgun, because with a handgun you can use a torch, I mean a flashlight as well, and it's smaller, so it doesn't occupy that much space in your inventory, and it's basically the same, fires with the same power and holds the same amount of bullets. So in no circumstances, if you have the choice, you should take this over this. But if you have this one with the extended magazine, then the choice is yours, because 26 bullets in the magazine is not bad over the 11 in the handgun. But other than that, it's still the same gun. I mean, it's the same power.
One mag
still
remaining.
Takes 2 bullets to kill a zombie. So that's it for the .22.